Hello, and thank you for signing up for Prayer Warriors. And part of being a prayer warrior, you receive a weekly newsletter. And in that newsletter, you receive a short meditation video. Each week will be a little bit different message or a little bit different way of meditating to help spark your imagination and just to get into the habit and practice of meditation. And because this is a new group and I don't yet know many of you personally or where you are personally in your journey with meditation, I would like to talk a little bit today about meditation and what it is and how it is a benefit to you. There's a lot of misconceptions out there about meditation. There's even a lot of fears about meditation. I have so many people tell me that they feel like they have no control of their mind. And it's a scary place to be for a lot of people. They want to have control of their mind. They don't feel like they do. And therefore the idea of meditation is a little bit daunting. And the other thing is that there's expectations of outcomes of meditation. And the value of meditation is really that it is a practice and a discipline of mastering your mind. And the value of mastering your mind, well, there's the spiritual aspect, which is, wow, the highest one, of course. And then there's all the effects that you receive on this material plane of the benefits of meditation. But spiritually, this is where meditation is where you practice coming into complete silence and stillness. Be still and know that I am God. What a way to let us know that God lives within us, within our hearts, within the holy temple within our hearts. There is no other temple more beautiful and more sacred, including the pyramids, than the temple within your heart. And the place to get to that temple within your heart comes when you're able to still your mind, to still every thought going through your mind, and to be in that place of peace. And so when you first start meditating, it's a little bit daunting because the first thing that you do when you sit down to become the master of your mind is you observe the mind. Right? You can't clean out the closet without looking at it first. So this is where you begin looking at your mind. And what you will find, most people will find, that so many of the thoughts going through your mind are very negative. And it's a little bit like daunting, you know? And the first impulse is to get up and to start doing things and to run from your mind. You don't want to see it. But the reality is those thoughts are going through your mind whether you're noticing them or not, right? Whether you're in meditation and you're watching them or not, they're still going and they are still running your life. They affect how you feel. They affect how you create. They affect how you do everything, how you relate with other people, how you relate in your business, how you relate in your finances. It affects everything. And so the secret to being able to withstand watching your negative thoughts is to practice non-judgment. So because when you start seeing all these thoughts coming into your mind, you start judging them. Oh, I can't believe I'm thinking that. That's just horrible. Why do I think that? Oh, that's the question you don't want to ask. That'll take you into the swirling toilet. Back to your childhood of all the whys that you are thinking what you're thinking. You don't need to know why to change it. You just need to know that you're going to change it. It's like a computer programmer. You know, if you hire someone to go in and find if your computer's running really slow, it's acting weird and glitchy and all that, you have someone go in and find the bugs. And they go in and they find all the places that are slowing the computer down. Viruses, right? Negative thoughts. Those are the things. And he goes in, that programmer goes in and fixes the glitches. Says, oh, there's a glitch, there's a glitch, there's a glitch. There's no emotional attachment to the glitch. It's not like, oh, why is that glitch there? That's just horrible. No, it's, okay, let's reprogram it and make it run better and faster and to its full potential. And so this is how you can approach meditation and observing your thoughts with non-judgment. Just that, oh, there it is. I see that thought. It recurs. And every time I have that thought, my heart feels this. And it affects me like this. Okay? And so then we get into reprogramming, which is also part of meditation. Meditation eventually will become you'll become a walking meditation eventually. Because once you start becoming aware of your thoughts and you decide that you're going to change them, then you are actively seeking, paying attention all day long to those thoughts. And when you catch them, you can switch them. When you decide, okay, I'm having this thought of that I'm not good enough. I'm not good enough. You know, you're always thinking of reasons you're not good enough to do something yet. And it keeps you from ever doing anything. And then you decide that every time something comes up in your mind that is a thought of not being good enough, you're going to switch it. You're going to give it a new message. And you come up with that new message, right? That's what we do. That's what a mindset coach helps you do, is change the mindset, change the programming of the mind. But first, the meditation is just getting into that place of observing, non-judgment, and acceptance. And each time that you're sitting down to master your mind just a little bit more every day, without any expectations of some big boom, some spiritual, enlightening thing happening to you. This is a lot of times, it's a mundane practice. It can sometimes be very mundane. And then some days you can have enormous spiritual experience. But it isn't that you're waiting for this experience to happen. It's that you are taking the time to practice. And this is how you master anything. This is how you master riding a bike. You practice. And that is what meditation is. So I just want to give you that insight, that to make meditation less intimidating, hopefully. And the other thing I'd like to say about meditation is that it's connected to your breath. And when you go into meditate and your focus, a lot of meditations will start with let's focus on your breath. The reason for that is that breath is life, and life is God. And when we have thoughts that give us angst and fear and doubt, what happens to your breathing? It gets really shallow and constricted. It's this constricted breathing, right? And you are not fully taking in life. you're actually kind of blocking it and resisting. And when you get into a meditative space where your mind is relaxed, your body is relaxed, and your breath is relaxed, you can fully breathe in God. You can fully breathe in love, and you can send it to every space within your body, every atom and cell of your body, full of life and love and God. Oh, I just remembered something. This is, in my meditation journey, one day I had this really, really cool experience. And it relates to this. It was kind of the first time I feel like I heard the voice of God inside me. It startled me. That's how kind of I knew that it wasn't just my mind. I knew it was God. And I got into that space. That space. It's like when you go scuba diving, and all you hear is your heartbeat and your breath. Everything, it's like time stands still. And you're just suspended in the water. And there's just your breath and your heartbeat. And your breathing really slows down. And it gets to this point where there's moments where you're not breathing, right? It's the space between the in-breath and the out-breath and the in-breath. And when you sit in that space, it's like you're just suspended in space and time. And it's really, really peaceful. And you could meditate for a year, and one day you get 3 seconds of that. And it's so cool. And I got that one day, and I'm sitting there and got 3 seconds of that. And I heard, oh, I can breathe. I was like, are you kidding? Is that a joke? I mean, am I that tight? I mean, but it was God within saying, oh, I can breathe. I can expand in here. Because I wasn't allowing life. I wasn't allowing it before. My body would be tight and my breath would be shallow. And, my mind was going and racing. And one day I had that experience and it was just so cool. So I just wanted to share that with you, that I had that moment where I heard, oh, I can finally breathe. And wow, it was quite amazing. But anyway, so getting back to that, the real value of meditating every day is that when you can master your mind, and you can quiet your mind, and you can be in control of the thoughts that are going through your mind, instead of the mass media sending messages every day that you just absorb subconsciously without even knowing it, and pretty soon they rule your world. This is true freedom. This is true freedom from that. When you master your mind. And then what happens when you master your mind is that your heart, your emotions, are also can be in stillness without the judgment. And then you are able to use your mind to bring joy to your heart. Joy and love. Joy and love is God. It is the vibration of God. And if you want to be one with God, then you want to be in the vibration of joy and love. And the only way to be in the vibration of joy and love is to master your mind. Because your thoughts control your heart and your emotions, and they control your reality and your entire life. And it affects your perception of life. The day that you can find joy in everything in life, well, you have ascended, my friend. That is, we ascend through our minds and through our emotions. And so this is what I want to say about meditation, and I hope that it helps you understand the purpose of meditation, the benefits of meditation, and that there is no good or bad that or doing it right or wrong. It is your journey within. And your journey may start with seeing some dark things, but in the dark is where you find the light. Okay, so that's all I have to say. Thank you for joining me. I love you all, and I look forward to your presence in Prayer Warriors next Wednesday. Yay! Bye for now. Peace be with you, and namaste.